It's so important for business leaders to unleash their creativity because we cannot think our way to 10 out of 10. At best, we might get to 6 or maybe 7 if we're smart, but that will not win. The only way to get to 10 out of 10 is to take a creative leap. Now, in doing so, we risk hitting a 3 out of 10. So the job for a creative leader is to be able to navigate their way between the two, to learn really fast from the 3s and to make sure they get more 10s. And by doing so, then you've got a chance to win. There are so many things that can stop us from being creative. There's a huge pressure on us to succeed the whole time. So therefore, we tend to be risk averse. Now, the problem is with creativity is that if it always works, my assumption is it's not that creative. You have to get some things wrong if you're truly experimenting, truly trying to do things that are new and different. And for most people, they just don't have a great risk profile. They want to succeed, they want to win, they want to do things quickly because there's so much to do. So risk is an issue. I think focus is another issue. Too many people these days are doing too many things. There's not enough focus behind the things that really count. There's some great research out recently that shows that multitasking drops your IQ by as much as 10 points, which I find quite amazing, especially as getting stoned only drops it by 4. So you can see by doing too many things, we're just not getting the focus and the resource behind the things that count. If you choose to put your creative resource behind the stuff that really matters, then it's a lot easier. So the way for business leaders to really get creative is first of all get very aware of what they're doing at any given point. Now, we need to be rational, logical, smart people for most of our time at work, and therefore we can use reductionist thinking processes. We can use our conscious brain, we can use all our past experience, and that's great. However, when we need to be creative, we need to be really super aware that we need to be different. We need to work in different places, not at our desk. Now, I've asked thousands of people where they have their best ideas, and it's never sitting at my desk thinking hard. It's always going for a walk, in the shower, doing some sport, listening to music, something that gets them into a different state. So when you're aware, you can then create the right state in yourself. You can work with the people that give you most inspiration. You can do something very deliberately that gives you more of a chance to make connections using your subconscious rather than just your logical thinking. Now, I can teach people thousands of creative techniques, and I have done for many years. But if they don't know how to get the right state for them, then no technique will give them the genius. So my advice would be, think about where you have your best ideas, and then when it's time to get creative, go to that place. Create that circumstance in you, and you'll find it a lot easier. I often get asked whether business leaders should be encouraging everyone to be creative. I think it's a really good question because once upon a time, we used to have these innovation departments that were expected to deliver the future ideas. And largely we have found that that fails. It's very hard to make that work. What we have seen is enormous success from systemic culture change programs that encourage creativity from every single person in that business. And the reason it works is, if you can harness everybody coming to work every single day with the confidence of seeing the opportunities around them and the ability to be able to have ideas and drive things forward, you get so much more benefit everywhere in your business. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's just incremental. Well, if you look over the last 80 years, most of the value of innovation has come from incremental innovation. So I think having everyone bring in ideas every day is the way to really move the energy of your business forward. Now, not only do you get the commercial benefit, which is huge, but you also get the benefit of the fact that people jump out of bed every morning loving what they do because they can self-express, they can be themselves, and they can own everything around them and make sure they can have their imprint on it. Now, personally, I think getting people more engaged and more excited about their work has at least equal value to the commercial success of those ideas. And when you get those two things happening together, I think it's pretty unstoppable. So yes, get everybody doing it.